He kept appearing wherever I went, and I started to truly fear for my safety. It happened a few years ago, back when I was still in college. I lived in a pretty safe, if somewhat boring, town. Never really thought much about my safety, even walking home late at night from the library. That changed. It started subtly. I'd see this guy, maybe mid-30s, at the coffee shop I frequented. Nothing out of the ordinary. He'd just be there, reading, same table in the corner. Didn't think much of it. Then I started seeing him at the grocery store, always in the same aisle as me. Figured it was coincidence. Small town, right? But then it escalated. I was at the park one afternoon, reading under a tree, and there he was, sitting on a bench nearby, staring in my direction. When I looked back, he didn't look away or act embarrassed. Just kept staring. That's when the unease really started to creep in. I tried to ignore it, but he started showing up everywhere. My classes, even the ones in different buildings across campus. The gym. The bookstore. Each time, that same unsettling stare. Never said a word, just watched. I started changing my routines, taking different routes home, avoiding my usual spots. It felt like I was being hunted. One night, I was walking home from a late study session. It was dark and the streets were mostly deserted. I could hear footsteps behind me, echoing in the silence. I quickened my pace. The footsteps got faster too. I glanced back and there he was, maybe 20 feet behind me, his face obscured by the shadows. Panic surged through me. I started to run, my heart pounding in my chest. I could hear him running too, his footsteps gaining on me. I reached my apartment building and fumbled with my keys, my hands shaking so badly I could barely get the key in the lock. Finally, I managed to unlock the door and stumbled inside, slamming it shut behind me. I didn't look through the peephole, I just locked every lock I could find and pressed my back against the door, listening for any sound. After what felt like an eternity, I heard footsteps fading away. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next day, I went to the campus police and reported everything. They took my statement and said they'd look into it, but they couldn't do much without a name or solid evidence of him actually threatening me. They suggested I get a restraining order if I saw him again. I didn't see him on campus after that. But a week later, I was driving home from my parents' house, about an hour away from my college town. It was late, around 11 p.m., and the highway was mostly empty. I noticed a car behind me, its headlights unusually bright. It stayed behind me for miles, never passing. Then, it sped up and pulled alongside me. I glanced over and saw him. It was him. He looked right at me, a chilling smile on his face, and then swerved his car slightly, as if trying to run me off the road. I gripped the steering wheel tightly, my knuckles white. I floored it, accelerating as fast as I could. He kept pace, matching my speed, continuing to try to force me off the road. It was terrifying. I was able to get to the next exit ramp, which was also a truck stop, so I aimed to turn right into the truck stop, and he did not follow me. I pulled over at the truck stop, shaking uncontrollably. I called the police again, told them what happened, and gave them his license plate number. They finally took me seriously then. I pressed charges and he was eventually arrested. I don't know what happened to him after that. I still get nightmares sometimes. I'm just glad I'm safe.